Let's kick off the show right now with the Some Theatre Company. His name is Steve Martin. Love the name.
So do I. Gets me a lot of attention.
I bet it does.
Sure. Yeah.
And you're here because we're promoting Mothers and Daughters, a musical happening at the Gladstone.
That's correct. It's a play that I wrote along with Jeff Rogers, who you'll see a little bit later, and a few other friends of mine. It's happening at the Gladstone Theatre from September 22nd, this Friday, until October 7th. If you want tickets, you go to www.thegladstone.ca. And essentially, you know, it's a play that I wrote a couple of years ago. I used to own the Gladstone Theatre where the show's happening. And the last show that was in the theatre when I was on my way out was one called Menopause the Musical. And it filled the place for 6 weeks, 100% full, sold out. Busloads of women would come and see. And it was all women, 100% women. So I thought to myself, clearly women buy theater tickets, and the title of the show, Menopause the Musical, you know, is what, you know, hit a chord, obviously. So I thought I'd write something that with a broader demographic. So I wasn't going just 40 plus, I'm going all mothers, all daughters. So that's grandmothers, it's women of every age, right?
You're hitting up half the population.
Yes, that's right. So they're the ones that that buy the tickets, and the story's about them, and so that's essentially how it came to be.
Okay. So what exactly is the story?
Well, it centers around, there's a family, there's 5 women. There's the grandmother, Florence, she's got 2 daughters, Janet and Charlene. It's Janet's 50th birthday, and that's why everybody's gathered on this particular day. Her younger sister, Charlene, they're completely opposite personalities. They each have a daughter. Janet is a strong, some would say controlling type woman, and her daughter, Jessica, is her opposite. And Jessica, you're going to hear her sing one of the ballads from the show a little bit later. And Charlene's got a daughter as well. Her name is Angel, and they are opposites. And so it's around this high sort of stressed day of Janet's life, turning 50, a milestone year, and having to do everything herself. She's baking her own cake, she's decorating the house herself. Her husband, who I play the part of Norman, her husband, you know, he kind of walks in, says what line, walks out, sits on the couch, reads the newspaper, doesn't do anything for this poor woman. And that's really, you know, the catalyst for the entire show.
Okay. With you being in the play itself and having written it, is that a major benefit?
Well, yeah. I mean, that's one less actor I have to hire.
Yeah. Well, except for that, there's that, of course.
Yeah, it's easier to remember lines because I wrote it. And the thing is, being a writer, I had the vision. And I wrote myself a pretty small character because it's not about any of the men, and there's only 2 men, myself and the guy who plays Dave, the piano tuner, who comes to tune the piano in the first act, and then he's part of a trio in the second act. But for me, it's, you know, I enjoy being on stage, but this show is really all about the women in it, and that's another thing about theater and film and television. There's always talk about how there's no good parts written for women, and so I decided to write a show specifically for women, about women, but by a man.
Okay. And 2 of the musicians joining us right now, maybe you can give us some background on them.
Well, Alyssa Blasak is from Toronto. She and I worked together on a show there back in January, February, and she is perfect for this role. She is, you know, just the epitome of Jessica, strong, independent, beautiful, and she's got a beautiful voice, which you'll hear in a second. And
she's blushing, by the way.
Oh, I just ruined her on-camera look. And Jeff Rogers, he's a local celebrity here. He plays at Salt, he plays at Fat Tuesdays, and he's played with the Cooper Brothers, Blues Fest, all that sort of stuff. And so there's a lot of Broadway-style music in this. This is one of the ballads that you're going to hear.
Okay, the name of the ballad?
Just Say You Love Me.
All right, it kicks off this Friday, going until October 7th, so there's plenty of opportunity, but the tickets are going pretty quick.
Tickets are going very fast, yeah, so I wouldn't wait until this last week.
All right, so it's called Mothers and Daughters, a musical at the Gladstone, and thegladstone.ca for more details on this. Steve Martin, thank you for joining us. We are going to step off right now and enjoy this amazing tune.
What do I need? More opportunities, everything given to me. Don't it sound nice? But But since I was little, I've dreamed of hysterical things I was sure could come true if I just believed. But you never agreed. Just say you love me, and I'll be fine. Just say you love me and be satisfied. I know I'm unusual, unlike your own perfect picture. I scribble and don't really stay in the lines the way you would like. Just say you love me, and I'll be fine. Just say you love me and be satisfied. I know I'm unusual, unlike your own perfect picture. I scribble and don't really stay in the lines the way you would like. Just say you love me, and I'll take it from there. Just say you love me, and don't be so scared. I yell and I scream as you pull on my leash like a dog who cannot go outside. But I'll be fine if you'd be so kind to just say you love me. Just say you love me. Just love me.